Hey y'all. So there's a lot that I'm supposed to say, and I want to get it right, so I have some notes. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm reading, because that's not my intention, but there's just so much. So I'm going to fill you in about the course of the last year and my adventures in the desert and the wilderness. See, in February of 2019, I left for the desert on a mission to create that which I thought was a vision of the Father. I accepted that it was my appointment to do so. But instead, I created an idol, a graven image, and I chased it across the desert into the wilderness. See, I told myself I'm stepping out in faith to fulfill Father's plan. I told myself that the creation and development of this project was my entire purpose and existence, to the exclusion of all else. I had told myself that the desires of my heart for this project was exactly what the Father intended. Right. But in truth, none of that was true. I was not stepping out in faith into the Father's will and way. I was chasing a self-created image of my perception of Father's will and way. A miscreation intended to be utilized for Father's will. But the Father does not need me to create a physical representation of a path to Him, right? He builds the will in the depths of the heart, and He creates the way and lights the path. And that all has nothing at all to do with me. There's some distractions amongst the wildlife. My apologies. So I wasn't stepping out in faith into His will. I was creating and chasing a graven image. Yeah. How fun was that? I had wrapped all of my self-worth into the successful creation and development of this project sometime in the future. When this is done, I will be. When this comes together, I'll know. Casting aside all that I am in this moment to perceive myself as insufficient. Until. I'm insufficient until, when this is done. I was attaching all of my value to the successful creation of my graven image. Yeah. As for the desires of my heart, I have zero capacity to grasp the magnitude and possibilities of what the Father desires to create through me, not by me. In seeking to create His plan through my limited and uncreative desires, I created both a graven image and a path by which to chase it. Yeah, my own path. I spent 16 months creating and chasing a graven image across the western United States. 16 months. I gave up everything. I left most in my life behind. I upset many who love me to create and chase a graven image. But that was then, and this is now. How did I destroy my beastie graven image? How did I find my way back to the brightly lit path? What have I learned, and where on this journey am I now? Well, I destroyed my graven image by giving up the appointment, canceling the contract, and walking away. I knew in the depths of my heart that somehow I had gotten it terribly, terribly wrong. In shame, I decided to return to my home state, my family, and my career. I let it go, and I humbly admitted to my heart that we had self-created that which was impossible to manifest. I grieved, I mourned, I ached for that which I thought was gone, because I gave that appointment up. It was gone. That was repentance. To recognize that one is off the path, turn back to the correct coordinates, and resume the path, never looking back in that erroneous direction. That's repentance. Now, in those moments, I did not realize that through this repentance, the appointment was restored and the path was cleared of debris. That took a little bit. How did I find my way back to the brightly lit path? That was a lot harder because I had built up some very strong walls around my heart while I was creating that graven image. Bringing down those walls would require one more road trip to the Southwest. My final trip to the Southwest was to wrap up loose ends. It was intended to be a quick in, quick out round trip, visit a couple of people that are out camping, be done. That was the intention. That's not what happened. Road trips are very spiritual for me. I drive in silence and my heart does a lot of processing. And that trip was no different. My quick in, quick out trip ended up being 3 weeks. A lot of things happened. And in the end, the trip was changed and it became a round trip from the Southwest to my home state and back. Permanently. All in. No more half-assery. All in, but for what I do not yet know. No more graven images. No external symbols of my internal purpose. Just knowing that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and whatever will come, will come. Now it will be created and not miscreated. I have learned so much along this journey, especially from the many trajectory corrections that I've had along my path. But the most important thing that I have learned is that exactly as I am in this moment, I am sufficient, I am called, and I am here. And that's all that matters. Be love. I'll see you again soon.